welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of my general reading for my very close friend. And basically what we've seen in part 1 so far is that there are some karmic issues that you've been working on or working through. And with the Justice card in reverse, it's telling me that there was a situation that was highly unfair towards you and your mother, your late mother. But you've taken it upon yourself to actually turn that around, and justice will now be served. So what I'm also hearing is that no bad deed gets unpunished, or no deed goes without retribution or a reward. Like, there's really such a thing as karma. Whether you believe in it or not, everyone ultimately will get what they deserve, which is like a great consolation to me, because I must say I've been dealing with some heavy energies lately on my side. But this is not for me, so let us continue. Basically, there's again a message about social gatherings, celebrations, friends, social connections with the Three of Cups. There's definitely a message about domestic unrest. Well, we know that in this case it is talking about reconnecting with your biological father, and the fact that you actually stepped out of your comfort zone to try and reach out to him, which then caused this whole thing to take place. And we see that here with the Ten of Pentacles, because it speaks about, first of all, it speaks about more than 2 generations under one roof. But then also it can speak about an older father figure type person. Whoa, I'm hearing a completely, not completely, but I'm hearing a different message. I'm hearing that I need to look at the figures featured on this card, the persons. Spirit is telling me to pay attention to what is happening. So basically, I'll show you the picture in a while. On this card you have a man and woman looking at each other, and they're standing right next to each other, and then a distance away from them there's an older man. So as I'm looking at the card now, I'm noticing that his expression is a bit off. And this is so weird because I've never noticed this up until now. So I'm hearing a few different things just with this one card. Literally, I'm hearing that up until now, your father has sort of been an outsider, and through no fault of your own, he made himself an outsider by choosing to walk away from you and your mother when you were just a little girl. And you did not deserve that, neither did your mother. But nonetheless, he is still an outsider. And this is him right now wondering, what did I actually do wrong? What could I have done that is so bad? Because to him, you turned out amazing. You turned out fine. He's already looked at your photos on social media and he thinks, wow, you know, this is my daughter. What I'm hearing, what Spirit is telling me is that, I'm just trying to put it into words. It's kind of like, she did fine without me. She would have done fine without me. And yet she wants me back in her life for some reason. But where do I start? Where do I begin? Because I can't seem to understand what I did wrong in the first place. This is also you and your twin flame starting a family, eventually. Because you have the child in the picture and the animals, the 2 dogs. And your father's right there in the background. So I'm hearing that, as weird as it may sound, because you've now gone through the process of starting to reconnect with him and you want to include him in your life again, I'm feeling like that was a huge step towards getting the life you've always dreamed of. Having a bad or wonky relationship with your father ultimately was a blockage between yourself and your twin flame. It was something that stood in your way, or that stood in the way of you and your dreams and your goals. That is basically the meaning of this card. Gosh, what a mouthful. Alright, so we have here the Four of Pentacles, which is telling me that there's a little bit of a greedy energy, or an energy of not wanting to let go. Now, I don't know if this is talking about in terms of finances or not. First of all, there is a warning here that some people might want to take advantage of you financially. We've seen it in all your readings. I'm just warning you again. People should really be a little bit more, I don't know, careful with the way they spend money, and not always rely on you to fill in all the empty gaps in their life. Secondly, if this is not referring to money, then it is referring to someone holding on to someone or something that they don't want to let go of. So this could be someone holding on to their past, not wanting to let go of their past. If this is you, then Spirit is saying, you know what, you've done the work. You have reached out to your biological father. And you know what, at some point, someone has to walk away and let go. Because you cannot carry that baggage with you forever. In a more negative sense, this is someone who's very possessive. But it's not in reverse though. So I don't feel like it's a heavy, like intensely negative, depressing energy. It could also just mean that someone is satisfied with their life at the moment and they don't want things to change. They don't want drastic changes to be made. They don't want to take a leap of faith. They're saying, listen, I'm sitting here with my Four of Pentacles and I'm quite happy. I don't want things to change right now. I'm in my comfort zone and that's it. So without further ado, let us clarify some of these cards. Spirit is telling me to not clarify one by one. I need to clarify them as I'm seeing them belonging together. Before I clarify, let me actually just see these 4 cards that were at the bottom of the deck. Let me just get into that theme quickly. Because we have here the Nine of Pentacles reversed, which is the card of peace of mind, but it is in reverse. So something or someone right now is messing with your peace of mind. I'm feeling like because the closure hasn't set in terms of actually getting through to your father and actually giving him the wake-up call that he needs in terms of letting him know how he hurt you and explaining to him that, listen, just because you don't see it that way doesn't mean that I don't see it that way. Because after all, you know, I was 5 or 6 or 7 years old when you walked away from us. I was 6 when my father walked away, and trust me, it really does cause a lot of issues. It really does. And please don't think that I'm saying fathers are the only ones walking away. Mothers do the same. I know. I'm not going to say that men are all bad or men are always bad and women are all innocent. That is not what I'm saying. However, my personal experience was with a father figure who walked away. And all I can say is it caused a lot of damage, and it has taken me years and years and years to sort of get over it. So, I do get this card. I really do get it. Knight of Pentacles is here again in reverse, telling me again that there is a slow offer coming in. Someone will come in with a stable offer, very slowly though. But since it's in reverse, it's saying something has to happen before that can happen. This card reminds me of the Page of Swords. By the way, you have 2 number 9s in this reading. So look up the number 9. Spiritual meaning of the number 9. I think we have already. But nonetheless, 9 is standing out here today. So this is similar to the Page of Swords because they're both standing on the outside looking in to something. I'm feeling like when it's in the upright, it speaks about someone guarding their heart, someone not wanting to let someone in. I'm feeling like Spirit is saying, I'm proud of you. Your mother in Spirit is saying, I'm proud of you. I'm so proud that you actually opened up to your father's relatives, and you actually opened up to your father and told him the truth about how he made you feel all those years ago. That is what I'm hearing. This is a message directly from Spirit saying, I'm so proud of you, because that took a hell of a lot of courage. And by doing this, by taking this big step, you actually have set things in motion now, which means that we can actually start flipping all the cards that were in reverse and turn them upright. Basically, we can say justice will be served or has been served, especially because you haven't had contact with your father. I feel like he's already paid some of his karmic debt for what he did. We all ultimately will. If not in this lifetime, then definitely in the next. But basically what you've gone and done is that you've opened up the door to communication, because we see here King of Swords is one of those cards that I really want to turn upright. Chariot, I want to turn upright. The Star, I want to turn upright. We want forward movement, and it will come. The Empress is here confirming that. The Empress is saying there will be forward movement, there will be growth, there will be expansion. By the way, the Empress is also a mother figure, so really your mother is present here. Your mother is always around when I'm doing a reading for you. I can sense her, absolutely. This is your mother being present, as in present in your life, as in she's with you each and every single day. But then this card also comes as confirmation that something is growing, something is progressing, even if you don't see it immediately. It's like a pregnancy. It's like the pregnancy is progressing, but you can't always notice it at first. It takes some time, and then once it's reached a certain point, it just starts moving quicker. That's what the Empress is about. And the Empress is also the card of Taurus or Libra. So some of us could be dealing with a fellow Taurian, some of us could be dealing with a Libra. But that is what the Empress is here for. She's telling us there will ultimately be growth and expansion and progress, and you have grown as a person in so many different ways. You can and should be very proud of yourself. That is what I'm hearing here. Okay, let us go to the clarification, which I will be doing in parts 3 and 4, and see what else comes up for you. Thank you very much for watching.